Hey everybody, how you doing? Oh my gosh, episode 11. What's shaking Big Bacon? I'm going to pull this up on our screen and it looks like we are good. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. We made it. Ha! It feels good. Friday's good, man. Feels good. I'm here at the Zoo Bar. Look at this. It's just like it. Feels just like it. This is a great show. I'm so excited. I love the Zoo Bar. I grew up with the Zoo Bar. I've been playing the Zoo Bar for so many years, and we are so lucky today because we get to welcome the owners of the Zoo Bar on the show. Mr. Pete, Mr. Yeah, it does feel good. You're right. Mr. Pete Waters is in the house. So I'm going to get him on so we can start. It looks like people are already joining. So share this, get the word out. And Zubar's doing some awesome things right now. So we're going to hear all about him. So let me welcome Mr. Pete Waters, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. Oh, in the flesh. How you doing, buddy?
Okay, how are you?
Good. Yep. That we had a few audio issues earlier, but I think we're going to try to hang in there. Can you hear me at all, Pete?
I can hear you, but it's difficult.
It's difficult. Okay. Well, we'll make it tight and sweet. But Pete, I wanted to get you guys on the show. I wanted to get you on the show to talk about what you guys are doing. You're doing so many interesting, cool things right now. Can you tell us what the Zoo Bar, how the Zoo Bar reacted after the COVID-19 freak out, and what you guys did?
Well, I think we're waiting like everybody else, and in the meantime, we've been doing a lot of wine sales, a lot of wine deliveries, kind of mystery wine bags. It's been kind of fun.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
we're selling a lot of Bloody Mary. People like our Bloody Marys, I guess, and so that. And then we've been opening 2 hours on the for some carry-out Bloody Mary margaritas and a lot of wine deals. And people have been real supportive. Everybody gets it. You know? That's the great thing.
Yeah, I know it's been difficult for so many people, especially in the live music industry, including myself. I mean, I miss playing the Zoo Bar and I miss going to the Zoo Bar, and so does everybody else that kind of thinks of the Zoo Bar as their home. So many do. So it's nice to see that you guys have pivoted. Also, you have a food option. Mr. Otto Meza kind of came and now he's making some food. That guy needs to open a restaurant. I'm telling you, his food is just outstanding. Tell us about that.
Well, Ada's done an amazing thing. We've done a few. We've done enchiladas, and we've done Italian beef sandwiches.
Oh
And
man.
we're real careful with how we do it. And Otto's a trained professional, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And so we try to pair that with 6 packs of beer and try to make it kind of fun and make it a quick stopover. We just open for a couple hours every Saturday, 3 to 5 is it.
Great.
We've been willing to deliver anything too. So
Yeah, I see that you are working your
deliveries in Omaha.
right. I see that you're working your tail off going to Omaha too.
Yeah. People have been great. People have been real supportive, and the wine deal's kind of fun. We pick out the wines for them, but everybody's been liking what we've been. It's worked out really well.
That's great. So I know from the entertainment industry perspective, this is like incredibly depressing. So I don't want to, bring up negative stuff, but it's all stuff we have to be aware of. Where do you see this going in the entertainment industry? What do you foresee in the next coming months?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. Of course, they just came out last night and talked about opening 50% on June 1st, and 50% could kind of work for us. We haven't made any decisions yet. Music stuff, because you add a lot of people in your overhead before you can even let people in. But at 50%, I think we can certainly do some things if it works out that way. But it's 10 days away before a effective opening date, and I want to see how things are going the next 10 days. There's a lot of people that are making really rash decisions, and it's whatever they think with. But it started off as a 15-day shutdown, and well, we still got 10 days. So I just want to observe what's going on in the next days, basically.
Sure,
And then we'll
sure.
make a quick decision, and music hopefully will be shortly after that. Good, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so I know that a lot of bars. I mean, you're obviously offering wine and you're doing food, but there a lot of bars are also taking donations. Are you guys taking donations as well?
People have been unbelievable. People have donated money to the bar. People have donated money to the bartenders. You know, had a
Great.
virtual tip jar that was amazing, and uh, people have really been fantastic. It really seemed the best of people in a lot.
Good. Do you have that on the top of mind? I can put it in the chat later, but do you know your donation links?
The Venmo,
Yeah,
the Venmo account is at Zubar Lincoln.
at Zubar Lincoln, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure to donate to that, and that probably goes into a virtual tip jar of sorts and helps the employees. I know that you have a ton of bartenders that, I'm. Let's be honest, they rely on those tips. So that's a big deal. What you know, this has totally crumbled the booking industry. So have you been getting emails from bands still through all this, trying to maybe book out into August and September, or
Yeah, but it seems a bit futile, actually.
right,
Most bands, I say, I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know what the capacity is going to be like.
right, right,
I know that there I might have some more split houses where you have a 3 or 4 hour show, but you let 50 people in the first half and 50 people in the last half, because especially for travel, they can on the road and make it. They got hotels, and,
right.
you know, meals and everything else they have to do on the road. So it may look a little different for a while. I kind of want to just go with a clean slate and fit the current conditions.
Yeah. Some clubs are talking about opening up and just keeping people distant. Which it seems so crazy to in the zoo bar because it's such a tight. It's a smaller place. So that's a tough thing.
Yeah, and part of the fun of the bar, in my perspective, is the energy, and energy is tough to replicate, under these conditions. But we'll
Yeah.
see. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. There might be some. I bet some of our funnest nights are coming up soon.
Great.
I really believe that.
Have you ever considered maybe doing some outdoor events in the midst of all this?
Well, yeah, I've been talking to the city. They had a meeting yesterday that I haven't heard the results of yet, talking about the city events in general. And I was scheduled for July 10 and 11. I sent word to them. Hopefully, they got it. That if it didn't work, I had a date in mind in August, 21, 22, I believe, in August. And I said, okay, if it makes a difference to do that. And then some of the things that the governor laid out, that 1,000 people we fit into. I think we could do it pretty safely outdoors and everything, but you never know. This thing has taken some turns. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
And also,
Well,
there's whether people will come out to, because I totally don't. So it's a pretty expensive proposition to put together. So you kind of want to have some feeling whether out or not.
yeah, that's the whole thing, is making them feel comfortable enough to come out too. So, yeah,
Everybody's got to be comfortable. That's what hopefully Food Fest is about. So they have to feel comfortable this time too.
right, right. Well, Josh Hoyer and I got together and raised a little money for the zoo bar, but I really want to do that again, and hopefully we can. Yeah, hopefully we can do that again, because there's so many great bands that play the zoo bar, and all of us are sitting at home. I mean, we we should do it again.
Well, that was absolutely amazing what you guys did, and but again, you got to look out for yourself as well. So,
Sure, sure.
it's kind of all in the same boat.
Right.
But, we'll figure this out. I think my inclination is to open fairly soon, because I think if we ever get back to we're going to have to take the steps, and not, you know, that's the only way it's going to pull it all to, I think.
Yeah.
Just, okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's go to the next step. You know, over say for time. That's the only way to do it. It's not going to be able to just turn it on, unfortunately.
Yeah. So can you talk just a second about, I know you guys are selling face masks, Shirts 101 selling face masks for you, and some T-shirts, and you're selling a lot of merchandise too, correct?
We are, correct.
Okay. And can they get that on the Shirts 101 site or through the Zubar website?
Through the Zubar.com site and get there, or shirts101.com too. And
okay.
Might have noticed there's a picture of one in the newspaper yesterday. So,
yeah.
So, yeah, we haven't been able to hold on to them. They've been
yeah, those look great. Well, I know we're having just a slight audio issue, but hey, Pete, I want to say thank you so much, and everybody listening out there, please donate what you can to the Zubar, and make sure to buy the wine and buy the booze, and hit them up on Saturday from 3 to 5, correct?
Correct.
Okay, from 3 to 5, you can go in and...
I appreciate it. Sorry if it was frustrating for you.
Oh, that's fine, buddy. I love you. Pete, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Okay, take care. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's Pete Waters from the Zubar. I know the audio was a little difficult to hear, but I believe the Venmo, you have to listen back. I think it was Zubar Lincoln Venmo, and you can also donate in many different ways. You can support them through buying merchandise online from Shirts 101 link, which is on their website as well, and on the Shirts 101 website here in Lincoln, Nebraska. There's some great T-shirts, man. So go Otto for governor. I say that, man. I agree. That guy's an incredible cook. And man, he cooked for Folk and Roots a couple years ago and just knocked it out of the park. I could eat his food every single day. Sending massive love out to Mr. Otto Meza. But yeah, make sure to support the Zubar, and there's a ton of different ways. Saturdays from 3 to 5, you can. They're letting people come in and grab carry out, and they also have some food options. And I think it's a pretty smoking deal. They give you quite a bit of food for, and then a 6-pack of beer for like $20, and it's nothing. I mean, and if you know what you're doing, you're supporting the Zubar as well. So that's a big thing. So make sure to do that, and keep an eye on their social media pages. They're always posting great stuff, and they have a bunch of groups as well. So make sure to sniff those out. The Zubar groups are on Facebook. So do what you can, support them, love them. Pete and Amanda Waters, we send all kinds of love out to you, and we just love the Zubar. History for me goes back years. I mean, my family's played the Zubar for a long, long time, and we were there early on. My dad Pinky used to go there early on, and he knew all the early gunslingers. I came across a really cool photo of my wife and I on our very first date. Actually, we are sitting outside of the Zubar window because we were too young to get in. We were 19, and lo and behold, that was Luther's last show. So Luther Allison was playing, and that was his big last show, the big NET blast. So, boy, that was something else to hear, and we could hear it great through the glass. We were just kind of, every time the door opened, it got a little better. So we urged him to keep the door open for the youngsters sitting outside. But yeah, early on, even at that age, and I went to grade school with Jeff Beamer. So of course, Larry Beamer was one of the founders, and he was the founder. So yeah, I grew up hanging out with Jeff and over at Larry's house, and seeing all the traveling musicians coming and going. So that was just fantastic, man. I tell you what. So I learned a lot early on from how the Zubar legacy was strung and what it meant. So let's keep that place afloat and do what you can to give what you got. Okay. Anyway, sorry about the audio issues today, guys, but this is a short but sweet one. Again, make sure to follow the zoo the best you can, and hang in there, guys. We love you. All right. Until next time. Oh, and make sure to tune in too. I'm gonna drop this. There's a big thing going on tonight. We got a very special thing. Head on over to the Nebraska Performing Arts page on Facebook. It's called Nebraska Performing Arts Hall of Fame, and I'm going to be interviewing some of the incredible early punk rock trailblazers of Nebraska music. So make sure to check that out. We got incredible people coming on. Bernie McGinn, and who else is coming on? John Taylor and Heidi Orr from Domestica and Mercy Rule, and Paul Tisdale. So we've got some incredible guests and some surprise guests. So make sure to tune in for that. That's going to be incredible. So it's nice to finally dig into the history of music like it should be dug into. So I'm really excited that the Hall of Fame is back to its nonprofit status, and we're going to start doing some interviews and talking about history, because there is so much amazing Nebraska music history. So make sure to tune in for that. That starts at 7:00 tonight on the nose. We might start the stream a little earlier to get everybody going and give you a chance to share it. So make sure to tune in for that. That's going to be incredible. So again, Nebraska Performing Arts Hall of Fame. Make sure to friend that page if you haven't. And we're going to go live at 7:00 tonight. So that should be fantastic. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. We love you. Happy Friday, and take care of each other. We'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.